Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm Sank84 and welcome back to Beneath a Steel Sky. So we have made it to the ground and now we need to find a way to get out of the city. So let's start talking to everybody and seeing what we can do to get out of here.
What's through that door?
It's off limits to the likes of you.
I just wondered where it leads.
It's the old cathedral. There's nothing interesting in there. In fact, it's empty.
Okay, so well that just gives me even more reason to want to be in there.
Why guard an empty cathedral?
I'm not guarding it exactly. I'm just standing here.
Preventing me from entering.
Yes.
Okay. So, let's see if you can tell us the way out.
What's the best way out of the city?
There isn't a way out.
Then the inhabitants are no better than prisoners.
That's the price of progress.
Okay. Okay, so the woman and the dog seems to be important, so...
Do you know the woman with the dog?
Oh yes, that's Mrs. Beaumont. The richest woman in Union City. And the ugliest.
Okay.
Never mind.
So, let's have a look over here and see what's going on. Can we do anything with these?
A pallet of bricks suspended from a pulley. It's attached to some bricks via a pulley.
Okay, so we'll have to see what that's useful for later on. Let's go off to the side and see what we can see around here. Okay, so there's a boy here.
Hello, who are you?
My name's Vincent, what's yours?
I'm Robert. You can call me Rob.
Okay, so even though we know who Overman is, let's see if he does.
Do you know a man called Overman?
No, Rob. Why do you want to know?
He's my dad.
Aren't you a little old to have a dad?
Last time I saw him, I was a little boy. I was taken away to the Gap.
The Gap? Oh, wow! I'd like to escape to the Gap. I'm tired of being told what to do.
Okay. So let's see why he's not at school then.
Why aren't you at school, Vincent?
My tutor's malfunctioned. I tried to reprogram it to play video games.
Okay. Let's see if we can repair it for him.
Would you like me to repair your tutor?
Oh, I can do that myself. But then I'd have to go back to my studies.
Okay, so what's he playing with then?
What's that you're playing with?
It's my handheld games console.
Neat. What's the game?
It's called Fleecy the Lamb.
That sounds nice. What's the objective?
Torch the mutant psychos with your flamethrower and stop Dr. Mantis from butchering the orphans.
But that's horrible.
Yeah, I'll play better.
Okay, what other games have you got?
What other games have you got?
Not many, 'cause they're too expensive. They're smuggled into the city from Hobart. I've got Nobby, the platform game, Onan the Barbarian, and Revenge of the Deadly Dandelions.
I suppose they keep you out of mischief.
Okay, so let's see if he knows the woman and the dog then.
Do you know the woman with the dog?
That's Mrs. Piedmont, and she's a pig.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
Well, she tried to confiscate my console. She gave me a lecture and tried to force me to join the Junior Security Corps.
Okay, well, don't wear out your thumbs anyway.
Don't wear out your thumbs.
Okay, so let's have a look at the garden. Let's see if he's got anything to say.
Excuse me. Smart floral display. Are they real?
What do you think?
They look kind of shiny.
Naturally. I've just varnished them.
Do you paint the flowers too?
This is Union City, not Wonderland. You obviously know nothing about plants.
Okay, won't the varnish harm the plants though?
Won't the varnish harm the plants?
Au contraire, Clever Dick. It filters out the crap in the atmosphere.
Okay. Let's see what else he's been doing to them.
What are you doing to that plant?
I'm modelling a living sculpture. It's called topiary, and it's an art form.
Okay, let's see if he knows what the flowers are actually called.
What are those blue flowers called?
They're dandelions. Don't touch them!
They're pretty. But why can't I touch them?
Because if you do, you'll wet your bed.
I haven't done that for months.
Okay, right, let's just leave him alone then.
See you later.
Okay, so we've got the link terminal again down
It's
here.
a standard link terminal.
And I'm guessing that there's going to be no difference on it. Okay, so nope, there was nothing different in that. So I've got some buttons and a door to another lift. So let's have a look if this works.
It's the call button for an apartment. There's no reply.
Alright, okay. I'm guessing we can't go in.
Maybe I could force it open with psychic energy. Or not.
Alright, okay. Let's have a look at these plants a minute.
The leaves are shiny and waxy.
No, not the terminal. Can we not get the dog? No? Okay, let's have a look. Everything seems to be about her, so we'll have a look at her in a moment, since everything is her. I'm guessing she's the one we need to talk to and do something with. But let's just explore everywhere first. There's double doors down here.
The door has an old-fashioned lock on it.
Okay.
Won't open. That's probably because it's locked.
But yeah, but never mind. Alright, let's see if I can open it up the same way we did with the first
It
one.
would be quicker to break the door down.
Okay, well, do that then.
The door's too sturdy to break open with a crowbar.
Right, okay, and that's all we've got really. So, okay, we'll come back in a bit. Okay, so what's this here? We've got a doorman, let's have a look what he's got to say for himself.
Excuse me.
Hold it. Your membership card, please.
I don't have one.
This is a private club.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You do now. Piss off.
Ah, very nice. Okay, so how do I join?
How do I join the club?
You have to be sponsored by an existing member. It's a most exclusive establishment, frequented only by those with the proper credentials.
You mean people with money?
No, people with credit. There's a world of difference. People with money think they can afford not to care. People with credit know they can't, but don't care anyway.
Okay, so what goes on in this club?
What goes on in the club?
If I was to tell you that this club provides recreational facilities par excellence for a clientele with elegance and taste, I'd be lying through my teeth.
You just said it was exclusive.
Well, it is exclusive but seedy. The reason people come here is the cheap booze and the fact that it's off limits to security.
Hey, right, let's compliment your shoes.
Smart shoes.
Oh, thanks. You can tell a lot from a man's shoes. The design tells you what kind of man he is. The way he cares for them tells you where he's going.
And what he's trodden in tells you where he's been.
Okay, very good. Right, so let's see if he knows anyone who can sponsor me. And what's the odds it's her?
Do you know anyone who'd sponsor me?
What about old widow Piermont? She used to come here, years ago. If you chatted her up, she might sponsor you.
I don't know Mrs. Piermont personally.
Oh, you must have seen her with her dog. Mrs. Piermont is the one with 2 legs.
Okay, right, well, see you later.
See you later.
Okay, so we've got a fair bit of information there. So let's just quickly have a look at this door on the side.
Court closed. See link for news of forthcoming attractions.
Okay, so that is the courtroom.
Shut tight.
Yeah, it's locked, so that's fine.
It's a little man carrying a log. Nothing I could use that statue for.
I like this one.
The big guy's sacks are spilling their contents.
Right.
Nothing I could use that
Right, okay, so let's come around here. I think this is the last door. Yeah, back to the beginning here. So, let's just wait for Piermont to catch up. And then we will talk to her. Right, there she is finally, so let's have a chat.
Excuse
with
me.
her.
Hello, darling. I don't believe we've met.
No, I'm a stranger here.
I'm Mrs. Piermont, but you can call me Danielle.
Okay, so I'm not going to go jumping straight in at the moment to the sponsors. Let's see if she knows Overman.
Do you know someone called Overman?
Why, yes, I do. He worked with my husband, Professor Piermont. Why? Are you interested in Overman?
He was my father.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. Overman's only son died in an accident.
That was no accident, Mrs. Piermont. It was deliberate sabotage by security. My mother was killed, but I survived. And I've read a document which proves it.
Incredible! Your mother was a great friend to me. If there's any way I can help you, just ask.
Okay, right, let's see if she can get us out of the city.
How do I get out of the city?
Now, why would you want to do that? There's nothing in the gap but sand and savages.
But that's where I live.
Ooh, how ghastly for you, my dear.
Let's see if we can get some information on the dog.
What's the mutt's name?
Well, really? He's not a mutt. His name is Spunky.
Okay, yeah, let's say he looks like her.
He looks just like his owner.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, let's see if we can butter her up a bit.
He's really cute and fluffy.
Flattery will get you nowhere, young man.
Okay. Well, let's see if she can sponsor us.
Would you sponsor me for the club?
If you're really Robert Overman, I'll sponsor you. But I don't want to visit the club. I'll call the manager from my apartment.
Okay, right, let's follow her then up to her apartment.
Oh, come to Mummy, Spunky.
Okay, so the dog has wandered off, so just gotta wait for the dog to come back. Right, finally the dog decides to turn up. Right, come on, open up. Let's get in there.
Oh, God.
That elevator's not big enough for all.
Okay, so we can't get in with her. Right, let's see if we can press the button.
Hello. Who is this?
Okay, yeah, let's be honest for a minute.
It's me, Robert.
Come right in, Rob.
Okay, so that's good. So she's letting us in. That's great.
Welcome to my humble little home, Robert. You know, I remember you as a baby, Robert.
I've grown a bit since then.
I'm sure you have. You must have so many questions to ask me.
Yes, I have.
Okay, so let's have a think. Well, you know what? Let's see if our father is still alive.
Is my father still alive?
I've not seen him since my husband's funeral. What a magnificent occasion. I wish I could have stayed until the end.
You walked out of your husband's funeral?
I had no choice. Poor Spunky hates cathedrals. All that incense and droning makes him bilious. No sooner had I got him outside than up came his breakfast.
It's a good thing he didn't chuck in church.
Don't interrupt, darling. Well, when I got back, they were all gone. Congregation, choir, coffin and all.
Okay, right. So what was the professor working on?
What was the professor working on?
Didn't I tell you? Helmut was the designer of Link. It was his dream, but he died before it was realized. Your father became the project leader.
So was my dad responsible for Link?
So my dad was responsible for Link?
Yes, he stepped into Helmut's shoes. Link reached completion on the very day you were born. From then on, Richard changed. He spent more time with Link than he did with his wife and baby.
Okay, so why did my mother try to escape?
Why did my mother try to escape?
But she did her best to cope. But she wasn't the same after Richard's rejection. The authorities never approved of her marriage either, because she came from Hobart. Eventually she decided to return home.
So the bastards had her killed.
You're overwrought, Robert. Would you like some paracetamol?
I don't want analgesic. I want answers.
Okay. Let's see why she won't go to the club.
Why didn't you want to visit the club?
The memories are too painful.
Did you go there with the professor?
Yes, we met in a club. Oh, he was a handsome young graduate. And I was a flower in my first bloom. He plucked me from the garden of innocence.
I see what you mean. The memories are painful.
Okay, so let's see if she'll sponsor us now.
Are you gonna sponsor me now?
If that's what you want. I'll telephone the manager and make the arrangements. This won't take a moment.
Okay.
Is that Mr. Coulson? Danielle Piermont here. I have a friend I wish to sponsor.
Right, okay, so while she's on the phone, we can have a nosy around. So there's another VCR.
It's another of those easy-to-program machines, which select the record time and channel at random.
Okay, we've got the dog bowl and the dog itself.
It's full of biscuits and dog drool.
Okay, no, we can't visit the dog, so
If I pick up the bowl, the contents will slop all over my hands. That dog doesn't want to share his biscuits.
Okay, well, let's then get the dog out of the way. We will distract the dog with the videotape of the cat. And while he's doing that, let's go and grab some biscuits.
If I pick up all of nothing left in the bowl except spit.
Okay, so nothing up in that. Let's have a look at the statue in a minute.
It's an ancient Greek statue made of fiberglass. I don't think I could use that statue for.
Right, for some reason, right, the VCI just wants to stay as is, so that's fine.
None of the buttons do what you'd expect them to.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Those little kittens are so bright, unlike some pets.
I think that's everything we need to do. And what else? If you can sit down, that will get her off the phone.
Now that looks comfortable. I better not sit. She might take advantage of me.
Okay then, right. No, let's try talking to her if we can.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
No. Okay, so that seems to be all we can do for now. And the timing doesn't seem to carry on, so that must be everything we need to do here. So let's just leave. Okay, so we've done that, we've done him. Can't do anything about the door at the minute at the bottom because we haven't picked anything up from there. That guard is still stuck there. The only thing I can think of is see if we can now get into the club.
Excuse me.
Hello, Mr. Overman.
How did you know my name?
You're a member now, sir. It's my business to know all our members.
Can I go in now?
Certainly. But you're in for a disappointment.
How come?
It looks smart with the lights turned low, but in daylight, it's a flipping toilet.
Okay, well, that's
Never
fine.
mind.
So let's head in now and have a look at what we've got in store here. Okay, so we've got the barman, we've got a band, people playing cards. Oh, hello. Abigail, we recognise him from higher up. And then we've got the barmaid. So, well, the jukebox is down there as well. Okay, well, let's talk to the barman because he usually gets all the gossip.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Can I have a drink, please?
No chance.
Why not? Mushrooms.
Okay. Right. He's not going to be helpful. What about the
Excuse me.
barmaid?
Hi. Mind if I join you?
Well, hello yourself. They call me Babs.
Pleased to meet you.
Okay, so nothing to say to her yet.
See you later.
Oh, don't count on it.
Okay, and what about you?
Hi. Mind if I join you?
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Overman. What do you think of the club?
Yeah, barman won't serve me.
The bartender won't serve me.
That's because you're a probationary member. Don't blame Barry. He's only doing his job. The liquor laws have been tightened since last year's Babysham riots.
Hey, get on with the game, Colston.
All right, no need to get excited. I'm Colston, the manager of the club.
Pleased to meet you.
Okay, so at least we know who he is now. Let's see if he can help us out of the city.
How do I get out of this city?
Can you see I'm busy?
I'll take your turn for you.
And lose the game for me?
You're gonna lose anyhow.
Don't be so sure, Gallagher. I've got something up my sleeve.
I knew you were cheating.
Well, so are you.
Okay, alright, let's have a talk to Gallagher, see if he... No.
Never mind.
Anything else? No.
Oh,
Right, fine. So let's have a look at the jukebox then.
the select button isn't lit.
Okay.
Pressing the buttons doesn't achieve anything.
That, and what about the band?
They look really happy. Or stoned. Do you know Stairway to Heaven?
Right, okay. Metal plate and a door. Okay, let's have some metal plate first.
There's a thumb-sized indentation in the plate.
Right, let's see if we can get in.
It doesn't react to my thumbprint.
Okay, so we're not going to be able to get through the
There's
door.
no sign of a lock or a card slot.
No, so nothing we can do in here at the moment. However, at least we can come in here. And let's just see if talking to these has unlocked anything quickly. Because you never know with these sort of games. Barry, anything you can say?
Excuse me.
Okay, so yeah, there's a fair bit we can now say to him. So let's have a look why the rules prohibit me from drinking.
Do the rules prohibit me from drinking?
No, you can drink all you want, but I can't serve you.
Okay.
You are the bartender, right?
But I'm not the cabaret.
How come you can get a drink and I can't?
I told you. It's the house rules. Colston would fire me if I gave you a drink.
Okay, well, you know what, we've come this far. Let's say we're going to complain about him.
I'm gonna complain about you.
Please yourself.
Okay, right. So, what's the band called?
What are the band called?
The Hot Club Quartet.
But there's only 3 of them.
Yeah, the saxophonist OD'd last month.
Okay.
Did the saxophonist OD on drugs?
No. Too much sax. He got overexcited and ruptured his lungs.
Ooh, that doesn't sound very pleasant. Right, okay, see if you can tell us about the locked door.
Where does the locked door lead to?
To the wine cellar. Colston's the only one who can open it. It's programmed to read his fingerprints.
Okay, so we're just going to chop his fingers off and then we can get in.
Never mind.
Okay, let's see if Babs
Excuse
can
me.
help us out anything at all. Okay, see if she knows any way of getting through the door.
Where does the locked door lead to?
Oh, that's the wine cellar.
Okay, so not really. Okay, let's have a talk to him, see if he can get us in there.
I need to inspect your wine cellar.
Forget it, mister. Nobody gets in there but me.
Are we playing cards or what?
All right. This guy distracted me.
Right, okay, well, there's a glass on the table. Can
There
we
were
get it?
greasy fingerprints on the glass.
Hey, get your hands off my drink, Buster.
Okay, so, well, maybe I'll just pick it up. Let's see if he'll let us get him a new drink. No.
Oh, nothing.
Okay, what about you? No.
Never mind.
Anything else that you can look at or pick up? Not that I can see. So let's leave here for now and see if anything else has come about.
Excuse me.
No.
Never mind.
Okay. And has the sign been changed yet? Sometimes little things like that can change when you
Court
turn up.
closed. See link for news of forthcoming attractions.
Okay, nothing there. But, there we go, the dog and the woman are back. Let's see if
Excuse me.
to us.
How's Spunky?
He's in disgrace. The greedy little thing ate all his biscuits and still keeps asking for more. I don't want him getting fat and losing his figure.
Naturally.
Okay, yeah. Don't really feel too bad about, that happening. But, let's just... I've got something we're going to do. As I say, because I have played all this, I kind of get an idea of what needs to be done up to a certain point. So it's no point me going around and trying to figure things out if I already know what to do.
Ha! The trap is baited.
Yep, so we just gotta wait for the dog to come round and then we just pull on the rope. I will admit I can't remember why we have to do this, but I remember we've got to for some reason. Right, oh god, consider yourselves lucky you don't have to sit there and just wait for that to happen. So let's now pull this. Oh.
Ha! The trap is...
Yeah, there we go. Now he's barking. Let's pull it for him to go on. Whee! Splash.
What was that splashing noise? Where has Spunky gone? Officer Blunt, come and help me, quickly!
There we go. That's what it was for, get him out of the way. Let's now get into here.
Just for a second, you scared me. But you're only dummies.
Okay, right, let's have a look at these dummies.
They're not human. Someone's been making androids. They must have switches to activate them somewhere. Damned if I'm gonna look for them, though.
Okay, so there's two exits there, and then the one we came through. So, well, we came through there, so let's have a look at door number 2. Okay, and this one took us down, so we've got some lockers, a trolley and a cabinet. So, well, let's open the lockers up.
You don't look so healthy. You should get out in the sunshine. This place is spooky.
Yeah,
Oh no, not her. Not Anita.
okay, so Anita is down
Her
here.
skin is burnt and blistered. She appears to have been exposed to radiation. Her skin...
Right, so we've got nothing we can do with her at the moment.
He doesn't have any eyelashes. Yo, that's horrible. I don't think a severed head would be any use.
Can we do anything with any of the other
His
bodies?
skin is cold, like plastic. His skin is cold, like plastic. His skin is...
Right, okay. So, Anita's been killed.
It's a kind of bed with wheels. The wheels are locked in place.
Okay. Right. Can we do anything with the wheels? I can't remember. No, I don't think we can. Okay, so let's just check the cabinet a minute.
There could be something useful in there. Wouldn't you know it? It's locked.
Oh, wouldn't you know it? We've got a crowbar. So, let's see if we can open. No. Okay, so we're going to have to find a key. Unless the ID card can help us. No. Okay. So, yeah, that's not working at the moment. Okay, so, yeah, we've got Anita in there. We've got a load of bodies. Okay. Let's now try the other door.
A ventilation shaft. Better keep away from the edge, or I'll get sucked off.
Okay, we wouldn't want to be sucked off, would we? Or would we? Oh, you know what? Let's save. Let's just walk to the edge. No, it says it warns you about it, but no, it doesn't. Never mind. Right. So nothing we can do there at the moment. Okay, so Anita's been killed. We can get in the club but can't get through, and there are some androids around. So, oh, okay, she's gone now. So, let's head back up to where Anita was working. Because we still haven't actually finished with that area. Okay. See if there's any evidence of why she was killed. Okay, Lamb, do you have anything to say?
Hey, Lamb.
It's been a while since we've actually spoke to him, so let's see if he has anything we need to say. There we go. Yeah.
What do you know about Anita's death?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The girl you sent to the reactor. She's been killed, Lamb.
Look, I don't know aught about murder. You might think I was hard on the lass, but I had nothing to do with her death.
Who said it was anything to do with murder? I
Hey,
think she
Lamb.
said-
When did you last see Anita?
When I sent her to the testing room.
Why wasn't she given a rad suit?
I don't know, it's not my fault.
You deserve to lose your status. Now it's your turn to be a D-Link.
Okay. Try one more
Hey,
just in case
Lamb.
there's anything else to say. No, that's it. Okay.
See you later.
Let's go and talk to the fellow in here and see if he has any information on what happened to Anita.
Excuse me.
No.
Never mind.
But the red suit is here, so let's put that on. Loving the jumper. Okay. Let me get a look at the console a minute.
The display is full of numbers. Doesn't mean a thing to me.
Okay, that's fine. So now we've got the red suit on, we can now open the door. see if we can shut it down first. No, still can't shut it down. Okay, so let's open the door. Comes out, because with the rad suit on, we are now safe. I think we should have kind of like shut the other door first, but never mind. Right, and again, just quickly give it another save, just in case we do something wrong. Last thing we need is the diner to come all the way
The
back
power
there.
in those things gives me the willies. If it wasn't for the heat shield, I'd be frazzled.
Okay, and on the floor down here is a card.
It's an ID card, minus the security logo.
Now we've got that, and we can see that it is Anita's card. Okay, so she was in here without a rad suit on. So why was she in here? Voluntarily, or was she forced in? Can we walk out and leave this open, or? Yeah, we can leave this open and kill anyone else who decides to come in. But no. Let's close it just to be on the safe side. Oh, there we go. Magically closes on its own. Well, that's handy. Okay. Let's see how far we can get with it. So.
Don't wear that suit out here. It's probably contaminated.
Okay, so didn't think we could get far with it, but no, let's go and put our coat back on. Right. So let's go and have a look at her card now and see what her card has to say. Anita's card, what that then? There we go. So note she's only got the 3 on it, so let's have a look at her personal stuff. So she was 38 and she had no money at all. Okay, right. Well, I guess that's what happens when you are a D-Link. And yeah, the other 2 are just the same, so that's fine. So we didn't really find out any information there apart from her age, but that's fine. But there is somewhere else you can use this card, so let's head back to Link. Now the security card should get us through here because we've been here once, but as I say, always save before you do something. And then there we go. Yep, it is letting us in. Now that is fine. Right, we are back in here, and now let's use her card on it and see what difference that makes. Back here again. Let's just see if there's anything different in here. There we go. Yeah, she's got different options. So she can playback and blind. So she can blind the eyes. Okay, let's see what if playback does anything first. No. Okay, well, you know what? Let's blind the eye and then go through. That did show that there was only a short time, but okay. There is a Crusader in here. So, save because I don't want to be killed off. And can we interact with it? Okay, and regard the system religiously against all known EDOS. Okay. I can do that. See if I can play that. Now. We open Okay, well, let's just go through this one and see what's through here. Okay, so let's have a look at the well. Okay, so yeah, there you go, use playback. Okay, so
If that's you, Rob, listen carefully. You're the only one who can help. I was supposed to make contact with an agent from Hobart. Trouble is, the rendezvous was in a park on ground level. And now I'm a dealer, I can't get there. The agent's name is Eduardo. I don't know how you'll get to Link, but beneath the city there are tunnels. The remains of the old subway. That could be a way in.
okay, so there you go, got some information there. Let's just carry on a moment, and oh, there we go, we can get the tuning. We can't get the tuning fork. Okay, we've just been kicked out. So that's what that eyeball was doing. Let's go back in. Oh, okay, we've got to use the card to get him. It's fine. Quickly back around to the tuning fork and then we'll blind the eye. Now we got it, we just have to make sure we blinded it before we went round. That one obviously lasted longer. Let's come back here and see what this tuning fork does. No? Right. Let's have a look. No, it's not giving us anything, so... gone everywhere we can. Hopefully that eye didn't shoot us as it came out. No, doesn't seem to be anything we can do. So let's just come out of it. Now we've got that, and we've got the information that we need. There is a spy we need to get in contact with, and there are tunnels underneath the city. So we will head back to ground level. Okay, so now we're back down here. Let's see if we can find who this spy or contact was. So we might as well try everyone.
Tell me about your dandelion game.
Ah, it's brilliant. You get chased by these giant yellow weeds.
You mean dandelions are yellow? The gardener told me they were blue.
He's mad. He's not a real gardener.
Okay.
How'd you know the gardener is a fake?
He's got green fingers.
That's the sign of a naturally talented gardener.
I saw him dipping them in the paint. Anyway, the plants are made of plastic.
You're a real help, Vincent.
Yep.
No problem, Rob.
Okay, so let's see if he knows where the subway is.
Know where I'd find the old subway?
Nah, I've never heard of it.
I thought all boys were into railways.
Get real. What planet are you on?
Sometimes I wonder.
Don't we all?
Don't wear out your thumbs.
Right, okay, so we now know the gardener is a fake.
Excuse me. You told me dandelions were blue. Did I? Well, what of it? This boy assures me they're yellow.
Ugh, smart-assed little brat. All right, you got me sussed. I haven't had any formal training, but I've always dreamed of being a gardener. I love 'em, every little shrub and succulent. Those dainty blossoms waving their little stamens in the breeze.
All right, I get the point.
You won't report me, will you?
Why should I do that? Excuse me. Do you know a girl called Anita?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Why do you want to know?
She's been murdered. I found her body in the cathedral.
Can't see why you're telling me.
Come on.
Excuse me.
No, don't look back. Uh-oh.
What's your name?
It's Eduardo. Why?
There we go.
You're Anita's contact, right?
How come you know so much?
She left a message on her card.
Listen, do you know what's happened to Link?
I'm totally confused.
Link is a living, self-replicating organism. Originally, it served as an advisor to the council, but it has gradually taken control. How and why? We're really not sure. Hobart scientists have developed a virus. It will check Link's growth, if we can get it into the system.
Will you give me the virus?
I can't. It's been downloaded to Link space. Anita was supposed to retrieve it, since she had a Shrievman port.
So have I. I owe it to Anita to get that virus.
No chance. It's bound to be guarded.
I can try at least.
Okay, and there we go. We know where that is. It will be behind
Excuse me.
that knight.
See you later.
Right. So, question is now, how do we get past that night? Let's see if her card's been updated with anything since we've been in there. Okay, so nothing new on her card. This is still been unlocked yet.
I need a key to open that.
Right, okay, yeah, we need a key, that's fine. Be a key somewhere. Ah, there we go. Court is now in session. Let's have a look what's through here, shall we?
Silence in court. Security Services, Department of Justice, Inc. Judge Chatsney presiding. Court is now in session.
Silence!
I recognise that villain. An habitual criminal if ever I saw one. That's Mr. Greaves, my lord. The counsel for the prosecution. Silence when you speak to me. Now, who is the first contestant? Defendant, my lord. The case of Union Security Services versus Howard Hobbins. Howard Hobbins, come on up. Nice to see you, Howard. You're not nervous, are you?
Not really.
The defendant is accused of gross contempt and assault of a security officer. Intolerable. What have you got to say for yourself, eh?
I've been framed, Your Honour. May I elucidate, my lord?
Go on then, but hurry up about it.
Officer Blunt was investigating a complaint made against Hobbins. After questioning the defendant, he was the victim of an assault.
Ah! Monstrous! Off with his head!
Just a flipping minute. Who's defending me?
Defence? Is he entitled to any? I'm afraid so, my lord. On my soul, whatever next? Who'd be silly enough to defend this wretch?
Okay, speaks something quite contrary.
Very well. Let's get on with round one. Fingers on the buzzers, everyone.
I wish to call Officer Blunt.
Call Officer Blunt.
Please tell the court what happened. I was assaulted. And is the culprit present in the court? That's him in the overalls. I rest my case, my lord.
Good. Where's my black cap? We haven't heard the defence, my lord. Is it really necessary? Oh, go on. Just don't take all day.
Okay, right. So, let's see how we can defend him then.
Now then, Officer Blunt.
Let's see what these injuries were.
What was the nature of your injuries?
I got very wet.
But you didn't suffer any physical harm.
I could have caught a nasty cold.
Okay, let's see. So how did you get wet?
Tell the court how you got wet.
While patrolling on Bellevue, I was separated by a sudden shower.
Did you ascertain its source?
Oh, yeah. I heard laughter from the walkway above.
So you saw the accused pour the liquid, and that would be the factory walkway. Yeah, let's go with the factory one.
That would be the factory walkway.
That's right.
Okay, so who lodged the complaint?
Who lodged the complaint against Hobbins?
Objection, my lord. Defense is contriving to lead the witness.
It was a simple question. I wish to establish the seriousness of the complaint made against my client.
I shall permit the witness to answer. However, I'm awarding Mr. Greaves 5 points for a well-timed interruption.
So who did lodge the complaint?
It was Daniel Piermont.
Okay, and what was her issue?
What was Mrs. Piermont's grievance?
Cruelty to her pet dog. I interviewed Hobbins on 4 occasions, but he still hasn't confessed.
4 interrogations suggests harassment.
Objection, my lord. Officer Blunt is not the subject of this trial.
Quite correct. Objection sustained. 10 points to the prosecution.
Okay, oh, right, okay, no further questions then.
No further questions, Your Honor. I'd like to question the defendant.
Okay. Ooh. Well, since he thinks this is some sort of quiz, let's go with the quiz type question.
Here's your starter for 10.
Good, good. An excellent opening gambit. That's the sort of questioning I like to hear. None of this did you or did you not nonsense. 10 points to the defense.
Okay, now we kind of know how this is going to go. Yeah, it's not really about the joke, so let's go. Did he assault the officer?
Did you assault Officer Blunt?
Objection, my lord.
Why, men, what's wrong?
Repetition, my lord?
Objection overruled.
Are you guilty of assault, Howard?
Not me. I was fixing one of the cooling pipes, and it burst.
So Blunt's soaking was an accident?
Not exactly.
Okay, so why did the pipe burst?
Why did the pipe burst?
Some joker had cut a power cable and overloaded the steam release in the power station. That's what damaged the cooling pipe.
Oh, I see.
No idea how that happened.
Did you laugh at Blunt's predicament?
Laugh? I'd nearly wet me pants.
Okay. Right, so what about the dog?
Do you deny assaulting the dog?
Objection, my lord. The question has no bearing on the case.
It is my duty to hear every sordid detail. Objection overruled.
Well, did you assault the dog?
I never touched the brute.
Okay, so do you know Mrs. Piermont?
Do you know Mrs. Piermont personally?
I'd only met her once. She wanted me to flush her overflow pipe.
Did she now? Okay, right, no questions.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Greaves, you may start the bonus round.
The facts speak for themselves, my lord. Hobbins is a cruel and callous man with no respect for law and order. I recommend the maximum possible sentence.
Any comments from the defense?
I don't believe this is happening. This is total madness. You've all been warped in some way. And I think Link is the cause.
Silence! I've heard quite enough of this nonsense. So it's time for me to make my judgment. Howard Hobbins, you won tonight's star prize! Life imprisonment. However, in view of your service to the city, I'm going to reduce your sentence. 2 hours community service. Court dismissed.
Right, okay. No idea what that was all about, but never mind. Let's go and have a quick chat with Hobbins if we can find him. Okay, so nope. Quickly walks around there, and Hobbins is not in any of the areas that he would normally be in. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is a good place to stop for now. We've progressed quite far. We have met some new characters, and we have got a bit more information regarding our family and Link. So, next week we will carry on, and we will see if we can finally make it out of the city. Now, we are coming up on the area that I last played, so it's going to be soon that we will no longer be able to rely on my memory to get us past different problems. But until then, I've been Sank84. This has been Beneath a Steel Sky. Thank you so much for joining me. Look after each other, and until next time, goodbye.